Michael, his airness, don't you believe?
Absolutely. Here we are at this Jordan Center. What's it called?
United Center.
Go figure.
Yeah, it's a little sterile, don't you think?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah.
Reinsdorf. Anyway,
yeah,
we got the tickets, and here we are, as we should be, with all the big stars.
Yeah. Now, who's this guy here?
Where?
Right here.
Oh, it's that guy. He's Frazier.
Frazier?
Yeah, Frazier.
Hey, congratulations, man.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that's a great show.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's no Cheers.
No,
No.
it's no Cheers.
Hey, but hey, this is no Chicago Stadium either, you know. So,
That's for sure.
there you go.
Sorry, men don't watch that Frazier thing.
No.
Now, what else? Who else we got here?
Oh, look at here.
Who's this?
It's the coach. The guy on coach. The coach.
Coach?
The coach.
Coach?
Huh?
There is only one coach, my friend.
That's right. Call us back when you get some styling mousse, my friend.
Yeah, you could use some.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Look who shows up down here.
Oh, God. Hey! Hey, Spike! Spike! You better watch your mouth, my friend. You hear me?
Hey.
Stay in your seat and watch your mouth.
Yeah, this is not New York.
Go back to Brooklyn.
Yeah, stick that in your crack pipe.
Oh, that's ours. That's our food over there.
Oh, yeah.
Pass
There
it
you go.
down, you guys.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, just bring it down. Thanks,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Cub.
Oh, Big O.
Thanks, Big O there.
Yeah.
Thanks, what?
Larry. Who invited Larry
invited-
King? For
I don't
crying
know
out
why
loud?
Larry King's there. Thanks, Chuck Daly.
Hey,
Thanks, Siskel. Thank
Hey.
you, Siskel.
hey, Ebert, that's not for you. Come on.
Hands off, Ebert.
Come on, get out of
Hand
here.
it over, Ebert.
Right here.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Earring Man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Earring guy.
Thank you.
Thanks, big fella. There you go. I
Thank you.
appreciate that. I got it. Thanks a lot. No. It's all right. I paid for it. Please, I mortgaged my house for this food. Yeah, come on, fella. Thank you.
All right. Excuse me,
Hey,
pal.
are you going to be sitting there the whole time?
You got to be kidding me. I paid $500 for this ticket. Excuse me, sir, would you mind removing your head?
Thank you very much.
Live from Chicago, get ready to celebrate the career of one of the greatest performers in NBA history. 20,000 fans and a host of celebrities have packed the United Center to witness this gala event to support the building of the new James Jordan Boys and Girls Club of Chicago. So join Larry Bird, Boyz II Men, Chuck Daly, Kelsey Grammer, Woody Harrelson, Phil Jackson, Magic Johnson, Larry King, Bobby Knight, Spike Lee, Greg T. Nelson, Scottie Pippen, Sinbad, Dean Smith, superfans George Wendt and Robert Smigel, and the Chicago Bulls, plus fans all over the world in their salute to Michael Jordan. And now, please welcome your host for the evening, Ahmad Rashad.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we are celebrating the genius of one of the most gifted athletes ever to play the game of basketball. It is an honor for me as a sportscaster and as a fan, and most importantly as a friend, to pay tribute to his great career. Michael Jordan is one of those athletes that made the world love this game. There are a lot of great players here tonight in this building, as you can see as you look around. But there is no question in this building about who was the greatest. Now, Julius, he used to do his thing. Julius would jump in the air, hold the ball in one hand, have a cup of coffee in the other one, drink the coffee, and then dunk on somebody's head. Now, Michael, he actually took that another step farther. He'd jump in the air, stop, have a Big Mac, turn around, maybe grab a Coke. No, I guess it was a Gatorade. Switch hands, turn around, bowl with his laid off the glass, and then strut down to the other end of the court. Now, here was a man who was truly incredible. On or off the court, whatever he did, it was the best. People loved his smile. People loved his style. He was a guy that made it fashionable to wear Air Jordans and big old baggy shorts that most people laughed at people for wearing. But if you look around the NBA, everybody's wearing them now. He even went so far as to make bald beautiful. Now, tonight we're going to meet the man who gave us so many thrills and the magical moments on the basketball court. We'll visit with Michael as he talks over old times and shares some special memories with family, friends, teammates, coaches. We'll relive the best moments of his career on video, and we'll have an entertaining tribute from stars like Woody Harrelson, Sinbad, Boyz II Men, and Kelsey Grammer. Now, Michael's family is here tonight, so let's meet him. First, let's welcome his older brother, Larry Jordan. And his sister, Rosalind Jordan. Michael's wife, Juanita. His children, Jeffrey, Marcus, and Jasmine. Now, there are two members of Michael's family that couldn't make it tonight. Michael's oldest sister, Dolores, and his younger brother, Ron, who's serving with the U.S. Armed Forces in Haiti. And now, please welcome Michael's mother, Dolores Jordan. Now, there is one thing about the old Chicago Stadium that I used to love, and it was the way that they introduced the team. The Bulls always did it best. So, who better to introduce the man of the evening than the voice of the Bulls, Mr. Ray Clay. The roar of the crowd, man. You can't leave. You can't leave. I mean, you can walk away from all of this.
I'm not going anywhere.
Well, no, I mean, we still want to see you play, though. Listen, George Foreman did it. All them guys came back out of retirement. It ain't too late. We can, like, cancel right now, and you can go get your shoes and play probably next week.
I could. My batting average is too low.
All right, so this is not a night to be humble for you. So the first question I want to ask you, obviously they can't hear us in the building. Can you turn this up a bit? As I said earlier, this is not a night to be humble, so the first question I need to ask you is, how in the hell were you so damn good every night?
Well, I think the most important thing as any athlete, you got to feel like you got to prove something every night. And I felt every night I had something to prove. And, you know, these fans here gave me the motivation to come out every day and try to prove to them that every night I can be as consistent as I can. And that's the type of motivation we all need sometimes.
So tonight is the culmination of your basketball career. You having any emotional flashbacks?
Some. It feels good to be in front of the crowd again.
Let me ask you something earlier. Now, I understand that where you got your competitive edge is that you and your brother Larry used to go out in the backyard. Is that where that started?
Yeah, it actually started with Larry. As you know and as you saw, everybody in my family is about 5'7" and under.
Yeah, but Larry told me there was a time that he could beat you.
Yeah, I was 5'7" at one point in time. But we had some good matches, and I was very proud of his competition, and I think that helped me become a better player.
Everybody knows that you were cut from your high school basketball team. What was that all about? I mean, were you just not any good? It's hard to imagine that.
I don't think I wasn't good. I just wasn't good enough. I think the team that I played against or played with at that particular time was a little bit more developed than what I was able to do, you know, and I think the coach who cut me really did a good job in terms of making me realize that I need some more work.
Well, now, the coach that did cut you, I guess it was two guys, and they're both with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, from Delaney High School in Wilmington, North Carolina, Coach Clifton Herring and Coach Ron Coley. Please stand up and acknowledge the fact that you cut this man in high school. I didn't mean for them to stand up and get booed. Now, tell the truth. You got any hard feelings toward these guys?
None.
None whatsoever?
I think without their evaluation of my talent at that particular time, there's no way I would have went back home and started my working habits and gotten better as a player. So I want to thank those guys for cutting me because it made me go back and work harder.
All right, we got a lot more exciting Michael Jordan moments ahead, so please don't go anywhere.
Stay tuned for Michael's college years and Sinbad. A salute to Michael Jordan, a night to benefit the James Jordan Boys and Girls Club of Chicago. Brought to you in part by Hanes. Just wait till we get our Hanes on you. By Upper Deck Trading Cards, where you don't just watch the game, you play it. By True Value, help is just around the corner. And by Members Only, makers of apparel and other fine products.
Gentlemen, not from the University of North Carolina, and not 6'6", but he still has plenty of game. Please welcome Sinbad.
All right. How y'all doing? All right. This reminds me of when I was playing in the NBA with Dr. J. It was on this very court. I scored 37 points for the NBA championship. But y'all know about that. You read about it in the papers. You saw it. We're not here to talk about my career in the NBA. We're here to talk about Michael Jordan, the man, the legend, things that some people don't know anything about. I used to work with Michael as a young boy in North Carolina. You heard about him being cut from the team. It was me that made that decision. He was very ashy. He wouldn't use lotion. He'd come out to play, and I worked with him. I worked with him for years. I told him, man, first of all, when you go to the NBA, you want to get yourself a tennis shoe contract. That way you can retire early, have enough money to buy a yacht, house, cars, things like that. Now that Michael has retired, I wish you'd cut the price of the tennis shoe, Michael, because I have children. They want 2 and 3 pair of shoes. So I sold my car. I walk now, but I have Air Jordans and a bus pass. So I'm very happy to be part of that new era of walking. I tell you, Michael, a lot of people don't know about Michael, man. When we would sit around after the NBA games, and Michael would say, man, what did I do wrong? What do I need to do? I said, Michael, don't worry about it, man. I tell him, play golf, wear a straw hat, like myself. Michael picked up the game quick. He plays golf a lot, goes out, enjoys the game. I said, Michael, cut your hair off. It's receding. Don't try to go to afro when it won't grow no more. He hung to it. He hung on as long as he could. Michael hung on. A lot of folks would let it go early. Michael took some part over here, combed it over here, took the back, combed it over the front. It just got to be too rough. Not enough sexualized in the world to make that afro work, brother. It's a dream to come out here and be on the stage with you, Michael, man, because I tell you, I'm gonna miss Michael Jordan. I know y'all, now a lot of y'all sitting here until you're 90 years old, you think Michael's gonna come back. You'll be sitting there, I know he's gonna play one more game. I just know it. I just know he's gonna play one more game. I have something to say. Get on with your lives. Don't quit your jobs. You got to keep going on. Michael will have more shoes coming out. Don't worry about it. He's going to have old shoes. He'll be an old man. He'll be bunion shoes for old folks with bunions. Shuffleboard shoes. Domino shoes. There'll be plenty of shoes. Air Jordan shoes for people who can't jump. Just a sole. There'll be sandals for kids from the South. Michael's North Carolina hometown, where they don't wear shoes. Michael didn't wear shoes till he was 15. I want to tell you young people, if you want to learn to jump like Michael, go barefooted, walk on glass. Walk down blacktop roads when the tar is hot and your toes are stuck in the tar. You learn to jump high or you burn your feet up. You have 2 choices. You will learn to fly or die. You have 2 choices there in your life. These are things that Michael won't tell you because he doesn't want you to know all the secrets. As I look out at all the basketball greats here, man, guys I got a chance to play with, Patrick Ewing, we worked out a little bit this summer. Just work on that hook shot, Pat. Like I was telling you, man, it's going to be all right. And I say, the basketball's been good to me, man. The NBA was good to me. I made $100 a year back in '75. There were no shoe contracts. We only had one shoe. There were no car deals, no beepers, no cellular phones, no retirement plans, no benches. We used to stand up. If you didn't play, you stood up. It made you a tougher ball player. Benches came in and changed the whole game. Guys would go numb from the waist down. They'd get in the game they couldn't play. But I don't want you to think, Michael, that you're going away and you're wearing nice suits and white socks. That's not the way you want to go out, Michael. If anybody here has a pair of blue socks, please bring them to the ushers in the aisle. Because this man is too great to go out wearing a pair of white, silk, too short, ankle-biting socks. It doesn't have to end this way. It doesn't have to end this way. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jordan. I love you, man. I love you, man. I love you, man. No, stand back.
All right, joining us now is Michael's coach at North Carolina, Dean Smith. So, Dean, now, Michael was not a highly recruited athlete coming out of high school. What was it that you saw that you thought that he would become something special?
You know, he was highly recruited by North Carolina, but several other schools. I don't buy that totally. He didn't just say he's coming. I remember it's like 14 years ago, we were he sat on the rug over by his mother and was feeling a basketball while we were talking to him about North Carolina. And fortunately, he came, and I'm proud to have been his college coach, despite holding him to 20 points a game. I'm proud to be here to join all of you in honoring Michael Jordan tonight.
What was it like playing for Dean?
It was great. I mean, coming from a small city, I was just happy to get to Division I school. And the opportunity to get the chance to play and learn under his system, I knew I would get drafted. So that was one good thing I knew.
And Dean actually just mentioned it, but you've never been held under 20 points in his career. The only time he was held under 20 points in his career is when he played in your system.
Well,
he averaged 17.
We don't have a system. We like to win. And I think we did mess up probably because we averaged 4 losses a year, 30 wins his 3 years. So I made him pass the ball to Sam Perkins, but then Buzz Peterson sitting over there wanted to shoot and not pass the ball to Michael.
You have said that the shot that you hit against Georgetown, that was the shot that really spurred you on to greatness.
Well, I guess it gave me confidence on that level. At that particular time, I didn't know how good I could become. But hitting a shot like that in a pressure situation, when I didn't really know it was pressure, really gave me confidence to continue to improve as a player.
Well, after hitting the shot against Georgetown, Michael Jordan went on to become the best college basketball player in the country. Let's take a look at the highlights of his college career.
Doherty, and the jumper, no good. There's Jordan. Holy cow. There's a steal by Doherty. Here comes Michael Jordan. I guess that is a pretty fitting end to the ballgame. Jordan, look at that. Anderson off the dribble, and it's tipped home. Michael Jordan. Kenny Smith looking for Jordan. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Everybody's waiting to see the great dunk of Michael Jordan.
Loose ball.
Here goes another one.
Back to back. You're just beginning to see what this guy can do. Look, here goes Jordan. Watch out. I'll tell you something. This young man can play a little basketball. Oh, what a shot his kid's putting out. Boy, oh boy, this young guy is scary. Russell comes down with it. Now Lowe has his pocket pick. Jordan. Oh, three-pointer.
Kenny Smith to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan all alone.
The space he needs to get a clean. Oh, Michael Jordan finding it home.
Ladies and gentlemen, Indiana University head coach and coach of the 1984 U.S. Olympic men's basketball team, Bobby Knight. Well, I guess the first question I should ask Michael is, what was the difference? You played for both these guys. What was the difference?
Well, it wasn't really much of a difference. I mean, both taught the philosophy of the basketball. It was only one particular difference, and that was the language. Other than that, it's basically the same.
Bobby, what was it like coaching Michael?
I think that Michael may very well not have been the greatest basketball player that ever played. He may be the best player that's ever played anything. I'm not sure that you can take the best players in any sport, a Jimmy Brown or a Babe Ruth or whoever it might be, that so thoroughly dominated at a time when there were so many great players. My son, my oldest boy, Tim, saw Michael at the sports festival when he was about 17 years old. And I called Dean and I said, "Where did you get this kid?" And Dean said, "How do you know anything about him?" And I said, "Tim just told me that he's going to be the next great basketball player." So Tim saw that in you when you were 17 years old.
I mentioned to Dean that he was the only one that held him under 20 points in his career, but you did the same thing in the Olympics.
Let me tell you something about that. That's a comment probably written by somebody that has no idea what the hell basketball is all about.
Well, let me tell you about
Now, wait a minute. Let me tell you something.
Wait, before you answer that, let me tell you, it was a comment that I just read off that piece of paper over there before we go any
Well, you need a new
further.
writer then. But one of the reasons why I think Michael was such a tremendously great player starting right away in the pros was the system he came from at North Carolina. When Michael played at North Carolina, he had to learn how to guard somebody, had to pass the ball, he had to rebound, he had to play basketball. I mean, he learned how to play basketball playing for Dean. I don't care whether he scored 18 points in a game or 35 points in a game. He came into the pros knowing how to play the game. And there are a lot of pro general managers and presidents sitting around here right now that sure as hell like to have somebody that knew how to play the game coming out of college like Michael did coming out of North Carolina.
You know, I told the writers I shouldn't have asked that question. There you have it, Bobby Knight, Dean Smith. The Michael Jordan tribute continues after this break.
Coming up next, Larry Bird continues the shootout challenge with Michael Jordan and more superfans.
Welcome back to the first annual Michael Jordan tribute. I say the first annual because I think we should do this every year in a different NBA arena until Michael gets sick of it and comes out of retirement. Anyway, who says man wasn't born to fly? Not Michael Jordan. Watch this.
Y'all ready?
People ask me, "You really think you can fly?" I said, "Yeah, for a little while. It may be a split second, but it's flying."
Mission control, ready for launch.
He's special. And I think there's only a few players that come around that's special.
Jordan trying to shake off starts. Oh, what a move by Jordan!
He's a pro's pro. I mean, we even like to see him play when we're not playing against him.
Ewing putting the ball on Pippen. And then blocked by Jordan. What a play!
You watch him and he do something, and you be like, now, I wish he could do that again.
Bulls look the tie. Jordan on the drive. All the way to the rack. Oh, powerhouse!
He flies. He plays above the rim. He makes, some moves that he seems like, you guys are in high school or something,
Follows him out. Leaves the middle open. Jordan, what a move! It counts!
To Higgins, back to Jordan.
Oh! No. Up to Jordan, baseline right, drives past Robinson. Shoots it, winning, good!
Once you get up there, then he said, well, I don't know if I want to shoot it yet. Maybe I just hang up here for a while, you know, up in the air and just sit back and wait till everybody come down. And then he said, well, I don't know what move I'm going to make. All the time he's still up in the air, you know. And then all of a sudden, well, maybe I'll 360. No, I changed my mind. Maybe I'll go up on there on the other side. He's just incredible.
Steele, he kept it in bounds. Here it is again.
I can't see 20 years from now anybody saying, oh, he was okay for his time. I think he's going to be okay for the time before us, now, and 20 years down the line. He's going to be something that people look at and say, he's unbelievable.
You know, I remember one memorable night in Barcelona. Actually, I remember two memorable nights in Barcelona, but only one that I'm going to tell you about this evening. One late night, Michael, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Patrick Ewing all got together one late night to hash out who was the greatest player of them all. Now, they wouldn't let Patrick talk because he didn't have a championship ring. No. Is that not right? Remember? They wouldn't let
I remember.
Now, I was hoping nobody brought up the Vikings because I was sitting in the room too. So finally, Larry told everybody to shut up, and he said, Magic, you're a great player. I was a great player. But Michael, you are the greatest. End of conversation. So now we will hear a few more words from Larry Bird.
It's hard to believe a guy scored that many baskets and they lose, but I know we started Dennis Johnson out on him, and then we went with Danny Ainge, myself, which it was really easy then when I started guarding him. Then Bill Walton, and we was trying to run him to help all the time, but he had his outside shot going so well that he really didn't need to penetrate that much.
Got it. 63 for Jordan.
The one thing that you can say about Michael Jordan is that he's a true man. He's a fellow that goes out and gives his all, whether it's on or off the court. He does a lot for charities, and you know, I've had a great association with him as far as just being around him and trying to do some of the things that he does. Everybody's involved in charities, but when Michael does it, there's so much love and so much giving that it helps everyone out. Michael, I still like to challenge you one more game of horse. I think I'm up by one shot, so try to top this.
Through the TV, up the satellite, cross country, to Chicago. Nothing but net, nothing but net, nothing but net, nothing but net.
The balls came through the basket over there. Wait, all four baskets. So, Larry has a nice house, huh?
Real nice.
Was that his house? Anyway, so you think you can make the shot? Here's the ball.
You know, why don't I let Charles get a shot?
Good idea. Here's
Okay.
Charles.
Thanks, fellas. Well, Michael, I wish I could be there, but unfortunately I still have a job, and you're unemployed now, so I just want to say thank you for number one, for being a friend. I know the word friend is often used, but I can truthfully say you're one of my dearest friends, and I think I'm a better person for knowing you, competed against you, and it's just been an honor to tell people you are my friend, and you deserve everything that you have accomplished in your life, and I just want you to enjoy the rest of your life because you deserve it.
Charles Barkley. Now, directly back from the food court, the superfan.
Sorry. Thanks a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Michael, you're such a special man, and this is such a special night that, not unlike Whoopi Goldberg at the Oscars, we have changed our wardrobe. We are sporting the colors of your current team, the Scottsdale Scorpions.
The Scorpions.
The Scorpions.
Not bad. And I am sporting the garb of your summer team, the Barons.
As we head into November, Michael, many fans are beating themselves over the head, wondering what would have happened to the baseball season.
That's right.
Well, wonder no longer fans.
That's right. We have fed all of the stats and information on this season into our computer, Arnie, which was then able to determine the final outcome. Arnie, say hello.
Hello. Maggie. Fred.
Let's take a look at the final Major League standings in the AL East. The Baltimore Orioles finished on top after the New York Yankees lost 25 of their last 30 games.
Too bad, New York.
Yeah. In the AL Central, the Chicago White Sox pulled away from the pack by winning their last 45 games in a row. That's impressive. I should point out, though, that this computer does have a 5% margin of error. Correct, Arnie?
Actually, 4%. My friend.
Right. Who's counting, huh? Anyway, the White Sox were led through this winning streak by the eventual American League MVP, Michael Jordan, who batted 523 with 47 homers after being called up from the minors on August 15th. Clearly, Michael was in his zone, gentlemen. It's a shame these games were never played.
Yes, it was. The fans lose out again.
Now, how did the Sox do against Baltimore in that league championship series, Arnie?
They kick ass. My friend.
Interesting. Now, Carl, what about the series?
All right, very interesting. Well, the White Sox would have gone up, of course, against the National League champion, the Chicago Cubs. It's right here. The Cubs, who pulled off a major comeback by winning their last 54 games. The Cubs, of course, were led by the National League MVP, Scottie Pippen. It's right here. Whose 214 RBIs set a league record.
The man never picked up a bat before in his life.
Who knew?
Now, Arnie, how did the Cubs pull off this really unprecedented feat?
They showed no mercy. My friend.
Good.
All right.
Let me pose this question, Arnie. Now, what if all the Bulls just formed a baseball team? Bulls versus the Major League All-Stars. Who would win this contest?
The Bulls.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, in closing, Michael, I want to congratulate you for all you've accomplished in hoops and in baseball.
Yeah, but we should add that it feels good to have you back in a Chicago sports venue. So good, in fact, Michael, that frankly, you can't leave.
That's right. If you leave, this whole place goes up faster than Chicago.
Hey, Topper, leave me alone. Say, Screw.
It goes up faster
Topper,
than that old
give me a
place.
break, will you? Say, Screw, come on, Topper. Hey, give me a break.
There they are, Chicago's finest, the Superfans.
Next up, Woody Harrelson, Spike Lee, and a great performance by Boyz II Men.
You know, as we sit here, it's very hard for me to imagine with you out of the league, come playoff time, that I will never hear again Jordan on ELO. He actually sent a message. He said, good riddance. You think Bobby Knight still knows I was only kidding about the other question?
I told you not to ask him.
I just figured he'd know it was just a joke. Anyway, now with a special musical tribute to Michael Jordan, please welcome Woody Harrelson.
Hello. Yeah, I don't know why I'm facing this way, but wrote the song for Michael this morning. And, yeah, I know I'm running a little late, but I hope you like it, Michael. Michael, 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 Michael. No, I'm just kidding. Now, I need a little backup, so I'd like to invite the Jordan-airs to come out.
Jordan-airs.
Okay, buddy.
Are you guys ready?
Over to you, Woods. Yeah, I think so. We gotta move, right?
I'm a skinny white boy in search of a soul. Enjoy a pint of Guinness with my rock and roll. I hate to compare, 'cause life has been kind, but there's been something heavy weighing on my mind. Michael Jordan, you're so good. A good looks and that ability to. If I could keep on again, my friend, I guess I'd have to be you.
Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Standing 6'6" with a body of steel. When you walk by, all the ladies squeal. Wish I looked half as fine when the skin was bare. I'm stuck on the ground and you're up in the air. Michael Jordan, you're so cool. Good looks and that ability to. If I could keep on again, my friend, I guess I'd have to be you.
Jordan. Jordan.
If I was you for a day and not who I am, I'd ask Wesley to play, really show him how to slam. Cost a Charles, and who could blame me if we bet $1 million on a one golf game? Michael Jordan, you're so good. Good looks and that ability to. If I could be born again, my friend, I guess I'd have to be
Jordan.
Ain't nobody else to play basketball like you. Nobody like you. Even Nike commercials is something I aspire to.
Are we listening, Nike? Aspire to do.
Get your batting average up and you'll be king of the baseball too.
That's right. No question about it, my friend.
Wish I could fly. Wish I could fly. Wish I could fly. And I could fly like you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Michael, we all, can you hear me? Yes, Michael, we all know we can both play ball and act. Yes, tonight we're going to see some of his best acting. Ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me? Michael Jordan, the actor.
Sometimes I dream that he is me. I just want to be like Mike.
Yeah, let's do it one time.
Okay, let's do it.
If I mess it up, I mess it up.
Sometimes I dream that he is me.
Ready? 1, 2.
This is practice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is practice.
I dream I move, a move. I dream I groove. Like my like to be like
Crosted Expressway.
like to be like
Mark.
Don't quit your day job, Mike, all right? Thank you.
You know, it actually makes people feel good to see you do something that you can't do, because there's not much.
Well, as you can see, they can always correct mistakes.
Now, here's a man, while rooting for the Knicks, inspired the Bulls to 3 straight championships. Spike Lee. Probably shouldn't be booing because The entire time Spike has been trying to inspire the Knicks, the Bulls have won all the championships.
You got him last year, though.
Yeah, but they didn't get a championship, see? A championship.
This year.
Now, one of the things you got to respect about Spike, that even though we used to hang out doing all those championship times, he never stopped wearing the Knicks colors. I mean, that's something to respect the man about.
Yeah, you got to respect him for his loyalty. I don't have a problem with that. You know, he's always been very supportive of New York, and he's from New York, and I was born in Brooklyn, so I understand that. But as long as we come out on top, I can care less. Sorry, Patrick. Oh.
So what was it like working with Michael on the commercials? Do you have any acting ability?
The first year, Mike was kind of nervous, but we did him 4 years in a row, and he was doing a lot more. He got a lot more comfortable, so he was great.
Now, there was one shot when you were hanging on the rim. You were Mars, and Michael came in and actually dunked it. That wasn't on purpose, was it? I mean, that was something he was really trying to hurt you, I think.
I think it was at the end of the day, and Mike was tired, and so in telling me he's tired, he slammed it hard into my midsection, and it hurt.
Now, the folks at Nike have put together a reel of some of the best Mars Michael spots, and here they are.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Flight 23. Please make sure your seatbelts are securely fastened and extinguish all smoking materials.
Look, Mom, I can fly.
Nice shot.
Money's gotta be the shoes.
That's all, folks.
Well, that's my line.
Now, Spike, I understand that you have a presentation that you would like to make to Michael.
Yes, I want to give this mini fake bogus Oscar to Mike for being the greatest ball player born in Brooklyn, New York. There you go.
Thank you, Spike.
Hey, it's your night. You got a lot of stuff coming, and that's one of them. Spike, thanks for dropping by. We'll take a short break, and then the Michael Jordan tribute continues with Boyz to Men. Boyz to Men. Fantastic. All right, all right. Now, not every child in our imperfect world is lucky enough to have a strong, loving family like Michael's. But regardless of the environment a child comes from, there's one place he or she can count on for support and encouragement: the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Now, throughout the country, these clubs provide a place to play, a place to learn, and also a place to grow. The Chicago Bulls have committed $4 million to establish the James Jordan Boys and Girls Club here in Chicago. One other thing, tonight's tribute will raise over $1.5 million towards that total figure. So why don't we take a quick look at this new and vital community resource.
The James Jordan Boys and Girls Club and Family Life Center will be a total community use facility. The intent of the facility is to provide total support for the community, to enhance what happens in the educational system, and to address the issue of helping children grow up.
In the past, I think children have fallen through the cracks. By partnering with other agencies, other communities, and families too,
that'll enable us to serve the entire community and not just be a recreational facility for kids after school.
The center will be open west side, right near the United Center. It's in a community that needs the services of a Boys and Girls Club. It's a very depressed community, very few resources, and this is an opportunity for both Michael and for the Bulls to give back to that community.
As you can see, Michael and his mother has joined us, and he's now trying to be on his best behavior. But how important has the Boys Club been to the Jordan family?
The Boys Club has been very important to the Jordan family. Again, throughout for the last 5 years, as you well know, Michael and I have been working hard to give back to our youth. So we are looking forward to this building. We hope our loss has not been in vain. We hope that this will bring many, many changes, many, many places for our youth to have an opportunity to grow. I just want to thank the Bulls and thanks everyone for coming in and joining with us tonight to salute Michael with the funds going to the foundation of the Boys and Girls Club.
Now, President Clinton has declared November 1st National Literacy Day. So, in preparation for tonight's event, Nike and the Bulls teamed up to sponsor an essay contest for children from Chicago's 12 Boys and Girls Clubs. Now, it's all part of Nike's PLAY program, and the PLAY stands for Participate in the Lives of American Youth. Now, naturally enough, the subject of the contest was Michael Jordan. Now, these 4 young boys and girls are the winners. They would like to present you with a complete set of all the essays on Michael. They are Marissa Bonds, Stephanie Petrucia, Funke Ero Erede, and Jose Torres. They also have one-over messages for you, Michael. They know that you're retired, but anytime you might want to have a pickup game, you're welcome to come down to the Boys Club and call next.
Stay tuned for championship highlights with Magic Johnson. A salute to Michael Jordan, a night to benefit the James Jordan Boys and Girls Club of Chicago. Brought to you in part by Nike, who encourages you to participate in the lives of America's youth. By True Value, help is just around the corner. By Foot Locker, who salutes His Airness Michael Jordan for ruling the game of basketball like no other. And by Beechwood Age Budweiser. It's always been true. This Bud's for you.
And Michael's teammate, Scottie Pippen. Now, hearing that music, doesn't it make you just want to go out and play again? The music, the start of the whole thing, don't you want to just get in there and run out again? Huh?
Yeah.
You do?
Where's the local YMCA?
Now, Phil, I read in the paper the other day, of course I don't believe everything I read in the paper, but you said that you didn't believe Michael was really done. So now, after we're doing all this, you think he's done?
No, I don't think he's done. You know, I owe him an apology. I said something about him maybe retiring at 36. I'll change that to 40. He can back and play till he's 40.
You know, Scotty, one of the things that being around this Chicago Bulls team like I have the last few years, after you guys were going for your second championship, a lot of turmoil on the outside of the team, but I have never seen a more close-knit team in all the sports as the Chicago Bulls were that particular season.
Well, I got to blame that on Phil for keeping us at practice so much. But it was a great season. I think, you know, we went through a session where we were just trying to win, trying to beat Detroit, trying to get to the next level. And having a guy like Michael as our leader really helped to motivate the younger players. And, you know, as a player and a teammate that played with Michael, I really want to thank him for the success that not only that he gave to the Chicago Bulls, but to me personally as a player.
You know, Phil, we all know about Michael's great playing ability, but what about his leadership ability? What kind of a leader was he on the Bulls?
Well, you know, one of the things I learned from Red Holzman, who was my coach with the New York Knicks, was a star makes everybody else better on the team. That's the measure of a star. And until Michael had really learned how to do that with this basketball club early in my coaching career here, they assumed roles that they had never had before, until Scottie Pippen stepped it up in the 90-91 season and became a leader himself. We were still a regular team. Then we became champions.
One of the things that I heard you say, and I thought was one of the great things that coaches can say, that once you guys got your championship ring, you said it's not only a celebration of a championship, but also a celebration of all the guys playing together.
Truly is. One of the great things about basketball is it's such a team thing. It's such a personal thing at all levels. Not only from 1 through 5, but also 9, 10, and 11, and 12.
Now, Scotty, I must ask you, in 1991, you guys finally got by the Detroit Pistons. Had to be a wonderful feeling to get by those guys.
Well, it was definitely special. Being with Michael and listening to him compete with Magic and Larry, they always teased him about those championship rings. So I knew after we got past the Pistons and won that first one that it was on.
See, now, don't you miss the guys? Don't you want to go one more time out there and, sit here and the guys are all here. Everybody still loves you. They want you to play one more time. This is one more season.
Sounds like it's coming from you, not from me.
I want you to continue playing. Well, now the Bulls won their first championship against the Lakers, and who better to describe it than the leader of those Lakers, Irvin Magic Johnson.
What's up, MJ? Sorry I couldn't be there. Cookie sorry, Irvin III is sorry, and Andre sorry. We all wanted to be there with you on this special, special night. And they just got me humping and busy. I'm running everywhere, but we want to wish you and Juanita and the whole family our best and congratulations. He was so determined to win a championship. And I think that everybody had always wanted to see us play in a finals against one another. And I didn't know that he was such a big competitor. I mean, he loved to compete, and I found that out in that series.
Johnny on the move, now to Jordan, in for the right, but whoa!
And Michael, you thrilled not only the fans, but players like myself that played against you.
Jordan with the step, and the bucket. Michael Jordan on fire.
And then he went fake right, went left, cocked it all the way back, and then just held it for me. Tongue all out. Now he's still hanging in there. He's still hanging. I'm sitting there saying, no, he is not going to do this. Not on us, not on me. Yes, he is. Floated, switched hands, and then kissed it with the English. So, MJ, you had them like that. See, you had them going crazy, pulling their hair out. People going home the next day, to the office and saying, man, you missed it. You missed it.
Michael on the breakaway. Showtime as he skies into the air. And Air Jordan throws it down.
And I think that we both delivered. He delivered a little better, and he ended up winning the championship.
And the Chicago Bulls have won their first ever NBA championship.
Michael did it his way, and that's what made him special. That's why he's special. Michael Jordan. Boy, you know you, Cole. You know you the greatest. You know you special.
Look at you. You lost it there, the whole thing. You're crying and just totally lost the whole thing. What was going through your mind then?
I was crying.
No, I knew that. I saw that you were crying. Now, what were you thinking?
I was happy just to make that improvement from year to year to finally to win a championship. And I think all these guys know what that feels like.
Obviously, I don't. See, I played for the Vikings. Now, As Magic said, Michael Jordan was really something special, and so are the 6 basketball legends gathered here today. Now, to honor Michael Jordan, here's NBA Commissioner David Stern and a group of all-time greats.
Thanks, Ahmad. I'm honored to be here tonight. I usually just drop by to deliver trophies, championship rings, and MVP awards. Michael, each of these Hall of Famers is here to pay tribute to your remarkable career. George Mikan, the great big man. Bob Cousy, unforgettable passing. And a Celtic, I forgot. The Big O, Oscar Robertson. The great 6th man, John Havlicek. The man who wrote the record book, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The one and only Dr. J, Julius Erving. Incredibly, they have 26 NBA championships, and each, in his own unique way, has contributed mightily to the popularity that our game now enjoys. Like these NBA greats, you performed at the highest level and made everyone around you achieve at a higher level. We thank you for the wonderful memories. The basketball fans of the world were able to enjoy them with these great fans in Chicago. It was unforgettable.
Well, as we roll on, Larry King is standing by outside the center with some children who are members of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Chicago. And in a few minutes, a statue honoring Michael Jordan will be unveiled. So let's go out to Larry. Larry, how you doing out there?
Ahmad, I'm cold. Ahmad, it's cold. Ahmad, this is Minnesota, Ahmad. Come on out. Come home. As you can see, there are a lot of boys and girls here from the Boys and Girls Clubs of Chicago. They're here to see this historic unveiling. We all can't wait. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Okay, we're here. Michael's on the way if the crowd will let him through. Jerry Reinsdorf, the owner of the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Bulls, is with me. This is a historic moment. We're about to unveil this. Let me ask a quick question of Jerry as we await Michael's arrival. There are stories that Michael is going to be put on the AAA club. True?
Well, we don't know what roster he'll be on, but he made a lot of progress this year at Birmingham. He's playing very well in Arizona, and I would expect he'll be at AAA next year. And who knows, pretty soon after that, Chicago White Sox.
AAA Nashville.
Well, that's probably where it's going to be, but that's not what it's about. What it's all about is playing for the White Sox.
Okay, they're here. Also here, we're standing, by the way, at the entrance to the historic, beautiful United Center. Here are Omri and Julie Amirani. They are the sculptors. Jerry Reinsdorf is the owner. Michael, his wife, and mother are here. This is a very thrilling moment. This is supposed to be gorgeous. I haven't seen it. Nobody here has seen it. Mr. Reinsdorf, will you do the honors? Oh, boy. Oh, wow. Wow. Michael? Stan Musial has a statue in front of Busch Stadium, St. Louis. I asked him once what it's like. He says sometimes he drives around late at night and looks at it. How do you feel?
I don't know if I can see it in the dark. But I feel real privileged. I think that's very kind of Jerry to do that. And certainly it gives me certain memories when I come past here and for my kids to see whenever I get old enough to bring them around.
Don't you feel young to have a statue?
Very young.
This is a beautiful work. You had not seen it, had you?
I've only seen the head. This is the first time I actually seen the whole statue, but I'm very proud of it.
Number 23, you're amazing. How about it, folks? When Michael Jordan first came to Chicago, he brought with him a ray of hope for lots of fans. Hope that the Bulls would shake off past disappointments and bring this great city a championship. Chicago was a city in need of a hero. Michael Jordan fulfilled that role and then some. In honor of Michael's jersey number, we asked the Chicago fans to give us their 23 most memorable plays. Here they are.
I can remember back in 1992 when he kept hitting them shots. Keep giving me the ball, and I keep seeing it. He kept doing this like, I don't know where it come from. I just kept doing it, and you keep giving me the ball. I was like, that's a cool man. That man is so cool, we don't even realize what he's doing. He was just like, just moving through like butter through the Lakers, man. And he went up, changed it to the other hand. My favorite play of all time is when he had put the ball, palm of the ball in his hand, pointed it towards Cliff Livingston. Livingston fell on his tush, and Jordan went around and just jammed it. It was just beautiful.
Dennis Hobson shoots a foul shot, and he misses.
Michael Jordan comes flying through the foul line with his tongue wagging all over the place.
Comes in and he knocks it in. That was the best one.
1986 playoffs, Boston. Jordan took the ball, went between his legs about 5 or 6 times, then went by Larry Bird.
1987 at the slam dunk contest.
Keep it North Carolina. Yeah, keep it in North Carolina. Give me something.
Through the air from the foul line, took the ball back.
Opened his tongue out and slam dunked that sucker.
Outstanding.
Georgia anticipated.
Awesome.
Watch this. Baseline drive for the hole.
He was the greatest player ever.
Jordan drives again. Up next, Craig T. Nelson, Kelsey Grammer, and highlights from championships 2 and 3.
Hey, when I was coming up, I walked 15 miles in the snow every day to practice. There were no locker rooms. The balls had laces, and the shoes were made of canvas.
What's canvas?
And there were no foot lockers. No foot lockers.
No foot locker. Whoa, you guys had it rough.
Nobody's got more basketball shoes or more experience selling basketball shoes than Foot Locker, where it all begins.
You got the commercials, right?
Cold, yeah. No heat.
The great masters. They defined civilization in Europe for centuries. Now we're defining civilization on the way there. United Airlines' renowned international service to 15 cities all across Europe. Come fly the airline that's uniting the world. Come fly our friendly skies.
It might surprise you that a lot of folks do their holiday shopping at True Value. You see, we've got just what you need to wrap up a happy holiday. Still, some people just can't wait to get to those big discount stores. And wait. And wait. Well, now at True Value, get 2 Master Electrician flashlights for just $6.99. And these battery booster cables are just $6.97. So, why wait? True Value, Christmas is just around the corner.
Other apparel companies pay athletes millions of dollars to wear their products. At Members Only, we found athletes wear ours simply because they want to. Members Only has a wide selection of jackets and other fine products, including the jacket that started it all.
What if my name wasn't in lights? What if my face wasn't on TV every other second? What if there wasn't a crowd around every corner? What if I was just a basketball player? Can you imagine it? I can.
What if the Cat in the Hat, the Grinch, and the Sneetches all walked into the same movie with Kathy Najimy, Robin Williams, and Christopher Lloyd? You'd have TNT's fantastical new movie, In Search of Dr. Seuss. Premieres Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
How does a pig go from being tomorrow's bacon to town hero? Find out on the Cartoon Network's world premiere of Charlotte's Web. You'll only find Charlotte's Web on the Cartoon Network, so call your cable operator and tell him to tune you in. Charlotte's Web, premiering Friday at 7 on the home of the greatest toon stars, the Cartoon Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? They just showed the 23 most favorite moves by the people, but now my favorite one was the one against the Lakers, this one, and then over here to this one. What was that? Why didn't you just dunk it?
Well, I anticipated the defense, so I had to change my mind.
Yeah, but there was nobody there.
I saw somebody. At least I thought I did.
Even if there wasn't, that was one of the greatest moves I've ever seen. Great move. Now, please welcome not the coach, because we know the coach is Mike Ditka. But here is Coach Craig T. Nelson.
Mike Ditka. They asked me to step out here and interrupt this thing and talk about the difference between sports and life. And I said, no problem, there is no difference. You play hard, win or lose, and then you die. End of speech. See you later. Good night. Really, I do want to talk about one thing, the difference between basketball and baseball. Michael, this is important. Listen up. Baseball, on the one hand, is slow. See, 45-year-old men with pot bellies can still play it. And a lot of armchair blowhards think they know it all because they hit one out when they were 5. Basketball, on the other hand, is fast and furious, and no one in the stands ever says, hey, that guy plays like my fat Uncle Charlie. Basketball is no BS. Tommy Lasorda is not going to give you a hug every time you sprain your ankle. You play or you sit. So, Michael, God knows I'm not going to tell you how to lead your life. I'll tell you, well, I'll leave that to Sports Illustrated to do that for you. But anytime you get tired of those pot bellies over in baseball, come on back. You'll have to try out, of course, but with a little effort, I'm sure you can make the bench somewhere. I just want to thank you, and what a privilege it is to be here, and what an honor it is for me. That's the end of the Chalk Talk. Back to the show. Thank you.
Now, the first championship was a major breakthrough, but winning the next two was amazing. Now, sitting with me are two guys who had a lot to do with those championships. John Paxson, the general manager of the Chicago Bulls, Jerry Krause. Now, John, you hit that last shot against Phoenix in '93. How much pressure was on you? Because had you missed, everybody would have said, hey, Michael should have shot it anyway.
Yeah, and the fact that we'd only scored 9 points to that point in the fourth quarter. Michael had scored them all. So there was a lot of pressure for somebody to knock down a shot. But that was the culmination, obviously, of Michael's career. We didn't know it at the time, but I can say this about Michael Jordan. I fortunately have the distinction of being his teammate the longest of anyone, 8 years. And for me, it was an honor to be on the floor with him every moment I had a chance to step out there.
And Jerry, you have been around sports a long time, seen a lot. Spike, would you sit down? They're booing Spike over there. He's a Knicks fan. Now, tell me what makes Michael so special.
The way he was raised,
his mother, his father, the family. Michael had a very special way. The way he was raised, his college coach, all the things went into it. And when he came here, he was a special person. The type of person is what made Michael a great player.
Now, Jerry, during the last commercial we just had, I can say this, right, because it happened. It happened. Did it not happen, John?
It did happen.
It did happen. Michael told you he would come back, and he named a figure. Small figure. Wasn't a lot of money. Something I think you can probably work out. Help us all out. He said he'd come back for $100 million. Was that not the figure, John?
Only if I was a part of the deal.
Oh, right. He did say John had to be a part of the deal. Now, you got salaries going out of whack for people not even playing. We can come up, we can come up with $100 million, can't we, to get him to play?
One time...
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
I can abdicate this one.
Actually, he did. Michael did add in that he wanted $100 million just for the playoffs. Now, as I said, winning 2 in a row was a measure of greatness. The three-peat was perhaps the most difficult achievement in modern sports. Let's see how the Bulls accomplished a task many thought was impossible.
Good evening, basketball fans, wherever you may be. Welcome to the NBA Finals. The Bulls trying to do what few have done before, and that is repeat.
What's up, boys? The world has been waiting 2 years for this matchup.
This is what Michael lived for. He wanted this challenge. Jordan posting up. Goes to the fadeaway. Jordan eluding Robinson. Yes.
Oh, he is on fire.
Jordan for three. He is hot. Woo! Well, Michael has gone to a new weapon.
The crowd is in a frenzy here. And a Jordan fires it in. Oh, no! I don't believe it. 3-pointers from Jordan. What in the world is going on?
There's Jordan for three. Yes. Did you see that look? Michael indicating he can't believe it.
This is the greatest performance in the history of this league.
The Chicago Bulls have won the NBA championship for the second straight season.
And let the celebration begin here in the Windy City.
As they come back out to an adoring crowd,
Let the party begin.
the Bulls have repeated.
Seek, as you know, to become only the third team to win 3 NBA championships in succession.
to you in part by the 54,000 new employee owners of United Airlines. Come fly our friendly skies. By Champion, proud to make uniforms and practice wear for every team in the NBA. And by Upper Deck Trading Cards, where you don't just watch the game, you play it.
Now, as a sports commentator, I'm called on to analyze many situations, but I will never do as much analysis as this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the brainiest guy on TV, Kelsey Grammer.
Michael Jordan rose to unprecedented basketball heights, no pun intended. At the same time, the world was becoming one big satellite hookup. Along with Muhammad Ali, he was the first great global athlete, the CNN of sports stars. Go anywhere, and I mean anywhere, Sri Lanka, Uganda, you'll find Michael Jordan fans. Even France, where Michael is second only to Jerry Lewis, who has a lousy jump shot. This is a man that people everywhere admire. A man whose stature transcends race, creed, and language. Whether the game of basketball follows suit and becomes the true world sport, I can't say. But whatever games people play and wherever they play them, when they are pushing themselves to the very limit, they probably picture themselves as the Michael Jordan of that sport. The best.
Now, during Michael's career, he had the rare opportunity to play on 2 U.S. Olympic basketball teams, the first in 1984, the second, the Dream Team, in 1992. The coach of the Dream Team was Chuck Daly, and he joins us now.
Thank you. Hear those boos?
Well, those are respectful boos, see, because you guys had mastered these people for so long. But what was it like, finally? What was it like playing against Michael Jordan, first of all?
Well, it was not a lot of fun, particularly when he was getting 62 or 63 against you. And I found out during the Olympics that it's better to have him sitting next to you or on the floor on your side, and he won't get 63 on you.
What was it like playing with Chuck on the Dream Team after him being your adversary for so long?
I was very healthy. Very healthy. I didn't have to worry about people beating me up. It was really fun. I think he's a very knowledgeable coach. I think a lot of people kind of take that for granted. And it was a very privileged opportunity for me just to understand his coaching ability, even though most of the time I was getting beat up.
Chuck, now, I know that you guys played a lot of golf, and somewhere I read that Mike was a soft touch on the golf course. I don't know where I read that, but I read it somewhere. And I realized when you came back from Barcelona, you had a lot of new suits.
I tell you what, you know what the problem was? I did shoot 78 one day, and he remembers it. It was one of the few days with handicap I was able to beat him. Unfortunately, next year in Jersey, every time we played, he came by the bench and reminded me that I had won one day out of 3 weeks. That's the kind of competitor he is. He never forgets.
You said before that Chuck was one of the reasons why your Olympic experience was so enjoyable.
Yeah, he understood a lot of the pressures that a professional athlete goes through, and he gave us time to get to know each other, but at the same time enjoy the whole experience, and I really enjoyed that.
Well, the Dream Team captured our interest like no other team has ever. So, Michael, Chris, Patrick, Magic, Larry, Charles, light up the scoreboard one more time for us.
With that, I'm out from inside, from outside, I'm back in. I'm here with Jerry Reinsdorf, the owner of the Bulls, who has some gifts. Okay, hold it. I'm here with Jerry Reinsdorf. Let's let it out. Okay. Good guy. And Jerry has some gifts for Michael and his family, Jer.
Well, Michael, you know, you're good at most things, but we know that sometimes when you play golf for money, you're not that good. So we have a few things to make your golf game a little bit better. We have something called a golf swing analyzer. What this is 3 cameras that will look at your swing, feed the images through a computer, and then tell you what you have to do to get better. Then we also have to help you with your putting a little bit, because golf is a short game. So we have a 900 square foot putting surface, which is going to be designed to your specifications. It will have the same speed as a regular golf course putting green. You'll be able to practice at home indoors. Now, after you get good, and there is some doubt that you will be good enough, you're going to have to go out and play golf courses. But we know it's difficult for you to travel, so we have an incredible new thing called a golf visualizer. And what this does is you will be able to play indoors on 17 of the greatest courses in America, and on a screen, you will hit a ball into a screen. The camera will move to another position depending upon how you hit the ball, and you'll play Pebble Beach and all sorts of other golf courses. That should take care of your golf. Now, we heard Larry tell us about Stan Musial driving around looking at his statue, and we don't want you to have to come out here in the middle of the night to get a glance of it, so we're going to have a miniature of that statue delivered to your home. So at night, after Juanita goes to bed, you can go down the living room and look at it. We also have a few other trinkets. We have a ring, which is a diamond ring with the number 23 on the top. And on the side of this ring are all your accomplishments, a little bit miniaturized, but all your records, all your individual things are on this ring. And then for Juanita and for your brother Dolores, we have pendants, which are replicas of the top of the ring. So we'd like to give those. All right, now we're not done yet. You were here 9 years, so we have to have at least 9 presents for you. Actually, we have 10. We have some chairs from the Chicago Stadium. We have a framed number 23 jersey, and if you'll sign it for me, I think I can go out in the street and make a few bucks. Now, I also understand that you're going to have a trophy room in your house, so we're going to take the old floor from the Chicago Stadium with the bull at the center of the court, cut out a 19 by 19 foot piece, and that will become the floor of your new trophy room.
So you have just picked up a bunch of wonderful gifts. Those are very wonderful gifts, but he didn't say nothing about the $100 million. Anyway, before you speak, I just have one more request. Me and you tight, man, and I just want you to just even consider me one more favor. If you just do one more thing for you. Can you do that for me? Just think about it. Maybe you might want to, just for one more season, lace these bad boys up and play one more time. One more time. Thank you. I'll hold them for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jordan.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. I don't want to keep you high this long now. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. I really do. Y'all make me turn red up here. I'm turning real red. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. In 1984, when the Chicago Bulls drafted me number 3, it fulfilled a dream of mine of playing professional basketball. I've always had that dream. You never know if I was going to ever achieve that dream. But through the grace of God, who gave me this talent, I was able to excel through every stage to get to this point. Thank you. As you know, life goes in a big circle. I want to thank my mother, my brothers and sisters, my relatives, my aunt, my uncles, my father, if he's listening. At the age of 12 years old, he got me started playing the game of basketball. And for 19 years, that's all I ever thought about, I ever dreamed about. And it's come to this day. No one ever thought it would come to this point. But I'm very happy that I've had the opportunity to play the game of basketball for the length of time that I've played it, and met as many good teammates, good friends, good acquaintances, good corporate business friends, whatever, financially friends, whatever you want to call it. Coaches who I've always admired, I've always respected. There wasn't one coach that I didn't listen and try to learn from. They all knew more about the game than I knew, and probably still know about the game, more about the game now than even I know at this point. But I respect them for taking the time to teach me the game of basketball. It goes all the way back to Clifton Herring, who was the first guy to ever cut me when I was in high school. But I think what people never knew, and I never had the opportunity to express, and my mother knew and my brothers and sisters knew, the next year, he picked me up every day at 6 o'clock and took me to the gym to help me work on my abilities. Thank you, Coach Herring. He knew he made a mistake. He just tried to correct it. And I'm very happy for that. Also, to all these great legends who paved the way for me to be here. Without them, it wouldn't be basketball. It wouldn't be any comparisons. I owe all this gratitude and this accomplishment that I've gotten to this point to Dr. J, George Mikan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Oscar Robertson, Jerry West. I can go on and name a few, Bob Cousy. Without those guys, there would never be a Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley. Those guys paved the way for me and for a lot of people who's going to come up after us. And I appreciate that. I sincerely thank you for that opportunity. To Jerry Reinsdorf, Jerry Krause, all the organization's members and workers, as much as y'all boo Jerry, Jerry's a good guy. Both of them. As honest as I must be, without both of them guys, I probably wouldn't be here either. So I give you all that thanks. Thank you, Jerry, both of you. And thank you, Jerry Reinsdorf, for giving me an opportunity to fulfill another dream, playing baseball. To all my minor league buddies back there in Scottsdale, who I always said I would send a message to them. They're playing a game right now, and they gave me an opportunity to skip out of the game and come here and do this. I say, keep working hard, because there's a lot of dreams out there that can be achieved by all of you guys, and I want you to achieve them. And I think that's the greatest situation I can be in, and I mean by complete circle. I started where they are. I've been up to the top. Now I'm back where they are. That's the best feeling I can ever have, and I thank you, Jerry, for giving me that opportunity. I promise it's going to be it to all of Chicago. Even though this is the coldest city I've ever been in, it's been a great pleasure to play the game of basketball. You have given me an opportunity to expand on my life. Me and my wife have 3 beautiful kids. I thank you very much for that opportunity. And I will be around Chicago hopefully for the rest of my life. But my home is still North Carolina, and I appreciate that opportunity. Thank you very much, and thanks for coming. I really appreciate that.
Well, now the time has come for Michael to raise his number 23 to the rafters. Well, it will join those of 2 other Bulls. The number 4 of guard, Jerry Sloan, and number 10 of forward, Bob Love.